Hello, Teacher Tech. How's it going, Alice?
Hey, how's it going? I am toasty warm. I got my waffle blanket. It's like a big waffle.
I'm not toasty warm.
I also do not have my fireplace on today, so it's, I don't know, whatever. Maybe I'll make one later.
What's it like there?
It is, I think it is amazing. I was a little nervous coming to Kansas from California, thinking this is going to be a big weather change. And I mean, I don't know. I go outside. I have a coat on, but I don't feel like I'm dying. I'm not wearing gloves or a hat or anything. Seems
That's
good.
I always feel like I'm dying here. I was feeling a little bit happy because people in Texas were feeling as cold. They knew what the cold was, and some of my friends are finally getting their power back. So I'm feeling happy for them. However, today is going to be the highest is 28, and starting tomorrow, it will be for the next week. We have like a high of 12 and 9, and all the lows are in the negatives. And I'm like, and then I looked out the window and it's snowing. So I'm like, whatever, I just can't win. I'm over this. Yes. So how is it going where you guys are? Tell us what's the weather like, and hopefully everybody has power now, and it's getting warmer. But
I know finally got
it's been a rough week.
Which is good.
You didn't have power? Oh, Alexis did. Yes.
Didn't have power for a couple of days. Yeah.
It's true. Speaking of Alexis, she had a birthday yesterday, and your
birthday,
idol, Joe Bowler, is okay if I say happy birthday?
Under the same
happy birthday. She got the same. She got the coloring book.
How you got the coloring book was I was looking for a gift for Alexis. And it suggested this to me. And I said, this is for Melody.
At first, when I opened up, I wish I would have brought it down to the basement with me so that I could show everybody. I got a custom coloring book, and it's amazing. It helped me yesterday. I love it. Thank you so much for it.
Although I don't know why we call it that, because then it makes it sound bad. A coloring book for adults.
It's got a lot of cuss words in it.
Yes, it does.
It's awesome.
That's why I got it for you.
Yes.
But she doesn't know it yet, so hopefully she's not watching. I had things like in my cart, and then I forgot to hit send. Like it just sat there for days. You know how that goes? So I got her a ring light, and I think I got a coffee mug because I love those vacuum coffee mugs. I think that's what I got her.
Yes, this is the Melody. That's so cool. That is so cool that you're so generous. Yes, this is the Melody that posts. You're like, who is that Melody? This is the Flock of Seagulls version of Melody.
So. Seagulls version.
The thing is that when we go, sometimes my hair doesn't translate well. In real life, it looks good. Here, it looks silly, but you just keep going. Show business, right? You just keep going.
Keep going. No, I don't feel like my hair is so great, but you know how I feel. Nobody thinks about you but you. So
no one cares. That's why I don't care. Yeah. Awesome. Oh, hey, Melissa. It's good to see you.
Oh, Jeremy, give us your recommendations for favorite ring light. I just took the one that was suggested to me. I was looking through Amazon for way too long, just trying to it's a good gift. I'm a math person. I've got my Equasio I Love Math shirt on.
Look at that. So sexy. Who knew math could be so sexy?
Exactly. So I like things that are practical, like swearing coloring books. Like you should be able to do something with it. Oh, yes. You know what? Get her the mug. I was going to the Yeti mug. It was, it's a coffee mug, but for Yeti. And it was like only $18. I'm like, oh, that's like super cheap for a Yeti. And then when I got to the checkout, then they were charging shipping. I'm like, that's just a jerk move. So then I canceled it. So I got her floppy disk. They're rubber floppy disks. Remember the 3.5-inch floppies? Coasters.
How adorable. Does Alexis have these?
From Peru. My friend from Peru got these for me. Those ones I'm using.
Oh, that is so cool. So does Alexis have these gifts yet, or did you just spoil the surprise?
Just spoil the surprise. She might not be watching. She might not have any power. She's always excited.
Poor thing. Yes. All right.
She doesn't realize that I'm talking about her.
Right. We'll tag her. We'll tag her for sure. So this cool thing that happened yesterday, and everybody who's watching, big news happened yesterday. We have new Google features. Do you want
Lots
to
of
share
features.
share with us a little about that?
Let's talk about the coolest one. Hold on, I gotta tag Yuli in it. Google Forms, where you can like pause and come back and finish them later. So student starts a test, a quiz, bell rings, whatever. Now it's in beta. It's in beta. So I'm gonna go find Maylee's Twitter account. She posted this. Maylee. Find it. Here we go. And get the post. Because it's in beta, so you got to sign up. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the post. Here you go. There we go. Yeah, right. Jeremy's like, about time. I know I hear that all the time. How do I?
Was I supposed to add it to the stream yet?
I did. I added it. Adding
no.
Jeremy. Add Jeremy up there. So anyway, if you were to do the settings in a Google form, one of the settings says to get a link that you can come back and edit your responses, but it's really useless. You have to know how to save it, which you really just can't. So let's just say you can't. I mean, you can, but you essentially cannot. And if you forget to, you can't get it back. So this actually is going to be hugely valuable for teachers and anybody who uses Google Forms. Yes, Melissa, everyone's been asking about it for years. Trish, in beta means that they're trying it out. So it's not just like you can go to your Google Forms and it's there. You have to ask them to turn it on for your domain, which I totally did. So you have to fill out a Google form to get the Google form feature. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to Maylee, she's a Googler. I'm going to put it here. Go sign up for the forms beta. It's on her Twitter. So it's MAYYOULEE. Go look at her Twitter feed. She does the Google trainers and she has been talking with the Google innovators lately. She is like super nice. So you might want to just give her a follow. I put it in the chat, Arena. Did you see it?
Do we want to show it on the screen? That's what I was thinking. You were talking about the link. Do we want to pull it up and show what you're talking about?
Well, I mean, it's just a list of features. What I can pull up is like, if anybody knows John Sawash, he is the author of Chromebook. He has a Chromebook book. I should know the exact title of this, but I feel like I'm on the spot. So anyway, he made some awesome posters. So these are from John Sawash. I'm a little disappointed because I saw his post on Facebook, and you can see down here at the bottom, maybe you can't see, it says compiled by John R. Sawash, Chromebook.com. I thought when I shared it, it'd be like sharing his post. I'd put his name on it, but I put my name on it when I put it up in the community. So I apologize, John. I like to give credits, and it makes it look like they're mine when they're not mine. So these are John Sawash's, and I did share them to the Facebook group for Teacher Tech. So let me get the Teacher Tech Facebook group here. Join the Teacher Tech Facebook.
Wow.
Okay.
It's like real time happening.
I know. Sorry about that. I should have had it off in a different tab there. Right. So things that come up, what everybody's been asking for, rich text. So you can bold and italicize in Google Classroom. Still no hyperlinking, but bolding and italicizing will be a super huge and welcome addition. Offline support on the app. So he doesn't have that here where it says on the app, but it is for the app, offline support. Some more syncing. I'm hoping to code some of these add-ons for Google Classroom. I reached out to the Classroom team, like, can I code some of these? So I'm hoping that that's going to be available to me. When they scan in photos of their work, to the ability to scan it like a scanner as opposed to taking a picture. So it's a better quality. I mean, it's easier to read. So those will be nice. Here's my beef. Don't call it engagement tracking. It's just how many times did they log in? How many times did they open something? Let's have a whole conversation about what student engagement is. It's not compliance. This is compliance tracking. So compliance tracking is coming to Google Classroom. Nothing I hate more than Google's grading. They have the worst grade book on the market, but they're going to let you grade on your phone now. So good for them. They should just do standards-based. I'm not that I'm grumpy or anything. I'm grumpy. I'm grumpy. We're standards-based. They're going to make it so that the teacher has to be the first one in Google Meet. And so over here on this side, they're doing some updates to Google Meet. They're going to make it so that when you add kids, when you go to the link from Google Classroom, that only the students in that class are able to join. So I know a lot of teachers want that. And that you can schedule breakout rooms, like who's in what room in advance. It is unclear if you can save those settings. So we'll see how that works. There's going to be mute all and some ways that kids can give more thumbs up. And what else you got? I already went over this one. We saved form draft response.
See at the bottom.
There's
John's information on the bottom of the post. I just wanted to point that out.
Information, absolutely. But I'm saying is like at the top, it looks like I posted it when I was sharing his post, so I felt bad about that. But yeah, you're right. Okay, now a while back I put out a YouTube video showing how to do version history in Jamboard, and then I probably am personally responsible for it going away because I tweeted all about it and I made a YouTube about it, and then a bunch of other people like Holly Clark saw that it was in there, and it was an accident. They accidentally turned it on before it was ready to be live, and so then they turned it off. But it is now confirmed that they're going to turn it back on. When? Soon. Launching soon. So now notice in the launching later in 2021, there's an actual date-ish on it. There's no date-ish on the revision history. So let me tell you about Google. Don't believe them. They're liars. If they say something's coming out at a particular time, they would like that to happen, but who the heck knows? So just don't hold your breath. At some point in the future, revision history is going to come out. Yeah, those too complicated to tell. Your Chromebook, you'll be able to take screenshots on the Chromebook. Actually, it's screen recording. That's the one that's exciting, that you'll be able to do screen recording natively in the Chromebook. I think that those are the most interesting updates. And so if you are interested in learning more about that, it's chrmbook.com. Let's take me down. chrm.com by John Sawash. And he's got some Chromebook books and other things. A great podcast, so check them out. Make sure I give a proper credit. I did not make those. John Sawash did. They're very nice.
Way to go, John Sawash. You are number one, John Sawash.
You are number one.
That's so cool. And I was going to say, we could go back into the community highlights. I did want to give some shout outs to some of our community members if you want to get in there. But
I'm in here.
So
get screen on.
I wanted to say, Mark Lowndes is always amazing. He put out, I just lost it. Yeah, he put out a great post today. There you go. If you're having trouble unmuting yourself, it's like he's one step ahead. Thank you, Mark, for this. I don't have to read it out loud. Hopefully,
I'm wrong. The grid view extension has been, it doesn't work anymore. Like it's broken. Are you there? Did I lose you?
Yeah. I'm just so surprised. I'm here. Can you hear me?
I've been trying to get everybody to uninstall it from the beginning. It's been very glitchy and it causes a lot of problems. And so now it's just, there's been some update that Google did that made it really extra glitchy. So now it's just dead. And I saw some people posting that the guy who authored it has decided it's not fixable. So uninstall your grid view. But I have a YouTube video that I made that I think you're going to show a little bit later.
Yeah.
Showing you can make it a little bit more like the grid view extension. I have a great hack. Yeah. So
let's share it right now. Do you want to share it right now or?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. Okay. It's ready. Share screen and boom. So this is Alice's video that is like all about what she just said.
It's on mute.
Oh, it is? Oh, sorry.
It's
on mute.
I think that you have to right click on the tab at them. Maybe it'll work. Go ahead. Nope, the site's muted. So I did a webinar this week on tips for using tabs in Chrome. And one of them is on YouTube. I right click on my Chrome tab and I choose mute for YouTube because you don't want to accidentally play. So if you can just right click, choose unmute site, then it would play.
Oh, are you telling me to do that? Are you explaining?
I'm explaining to you to do that. So that
okay, I was putting the copy, or I was putting the link in the comments.
Hey, thanks, Irina.
Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So what do I need to do to make it? Because I thought I had clicked on the sound.
So yeah, but on the tab at the top, the whole site is muted. So you just have to right click on the tab and it says unmute site. It by default mutes the site. Well, mine, I think it is.
Okay. Can you see it?
I see it.
Okay. Well, let's see if you can hear it.
There are 3 people in this meet. I can see all 3 of us. That is, until I click on present now, I'm going to do a tab, do the rabbit, and now I am in this jam. And the problem is back over on the meet, I can't see what I'm presenting. Now, actually, if you come up to the corner up here, you see I've got myself up in the corner and I have my presentation up in the corner. So if I click the pin, I can see what I'm presenting, which could be helpful. The problem is, of course, that I lose where'd all my people go. So here's the trick. I'm going to right click on the tab up at the top, right click on the Chrome tab, and choose duplicate. So when I duplicate this tab, I'm going to be a participant in my own meeting. I'm going to turn off my camera. I'm going to turn off my microphone. I'm going to join now. And so now I am in this meeting, well, technically 4 times, but I'm actually only in here twice, right? Here's my main screen. I can pin it or not pin it, either way. But when I'm on the second tab, I'm a participant and not the presenter. So I can see the participants on the side and I can see what is screen sharing. Now, one of my basic tricks is I'm going to take this tab where I can see who the participants are and I shove it to the right of the screen so I can see the chat and participants on the right. And then I'll take the tab that I'm presenting and drag it over to the left so they overlap. So I have this strip where I can see the participants and I can see the screen that I'm presenting from, and doing it this way where I'm looking at the second tab. So you see here's the first tab and here's the second tab. So doing it this way, I can tell that I'm screen sharing. I'll just leave a sliver enough that I can see the screen, where I can then see the participants on the side with my actual tab layered over top of it.
That's cool.
I thought it was cool. And then if you are in a meeting with like a lot of people, so I was in a meeting with 35 people the other day, and and they were screen sharing. It's okay. I was at 35 people and they were screen sharing. And so I was only able to see 3-4 people on the side, right? So when I do control, no, this is for you, Melody. This is for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
Control minus. I'm going to get you a shirt that says control minus. You do control minus, control minus, control minus, control minus. When I zoomed all the way out, I could see the presentation that's being shared that actually did not shrink, but all the participant tiles did shrink down, and I was able to get from seeing only 4 participants, I saw all 35. So, control minus.
I am mind blown. Alexis is joining us now, and you probably didn't hear us earlier, Alexis, so happy birthday.
That is the question. Did she hear me give away what she's getting in the mail?
Yeah. Oh, she spoiled your surprise. But we hope you're warm, Alexis. We hope you have a great birthday week. For sure. That's really cool that you were able to do all of that. Like
It's one of these faces. Did you watch the Super Bowl where they had the Jason Alexander sweatshirt? I need a Melody
Yes.
sweatshirt, just with your face really large on it.
Super,
So
like my
Alexis,
face
go
is
watch
super
the
large.
replay. Just wait for it to come in the mail. Then you'll see what it is, and you can let me know if it was any good. That's the worst part of buying stuff on Amazon is it looks good on the picture, and then you get it, and it's 10,000 times smaller than you thought it was, or vice versa.
I have a real problem with Amazon. Like I'm addicted to it, and it's so cool because we're starting to get things more or to get things sooner than we were. Like usually I have to wait like 2 weeks, but now I'm getting it in like 5 days. I can't even get over it. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I moved from California. They would do same day delivery, and I move out here, and it takes like a week to get anything. And I'm like, it's okay. I can breathe the air, so
Wait
that's
a minute.
good.
When did you order that custom coloring book for me?
2 days ago.
Exactly, and I got it yesterday or the day
I
before.
can't believe you got it already so fast. So
That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay. So I want to give a shout out to some of our community members because lately, like people have really, really, really been sharing, and I'm gonna say her name wrong, so I want to make sure. Okay. First of all, though, I want to say Lisa Ray Munley posted something. She needs help. It's a good question. She's talking about her role. So if you will go to Lisa Ray Munley, help her out, guys. She needs her ideas. And okay, I think it's her name is Tiffany. Kim Latina put some good resources. Okay, no, it's not Tiffany, it's Sarah.
okay, I got it right here.
That's it. Thank you. She's
Got
been
it.
sharing all week long. Yeah, and I need to
Thank
take off the thing. Okay,
her.
so she's been sharing. Yes, Sarah, you are awesome. And today she dropped this Google Docs help. I need to take the ticker off. So yeah, if you want to pull it up. So she's been an amazing member sharing resources this week. We are so glad that you're with us. And then yeah, do you want to show it or do we want to keep scrolling because there's another person?
Check out.
Okay, and Brenda Richards shared.
If I can
Yes.
Brenda Richards. Oops. I have to back it
Yeah,
up.
Brenda Richards. Back it up. Okay, sorry, I'm not gonna go there.
Mm.
There's Lisa's question. There's
Oh, should I go back up?
Mark's amazing help.
Lisa's in.
Yeah, you should. Lisa's. So she needs help on her role, and I think it's cool that a lot of people are helping her. I think this is great to have a community to ask these questions. Yeah,
Awesome.
I hope she gets the help she needs. Way to go, community! You freaking rock. And then Brenda, if you can find hers, she's got an excellent article that she shared.
Brenda Richards.
There it is. Yes, and all about the SEL growth mindset. So I think this would be a great thing for us all to read. And then Zach House, if you scroll down just a little bit, he shares from his YouTube. Check out his YouTube. I think he's a PE teacher, is what I'm thinking. But he puts things that PEs teachers can put, but for everybody. Like if you want to get your kids moving, he's been sharing a lot lately. So way to go, Zach. We appreciate you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. So there's a lot of great stuff. Gary, thank you for sharing. You're amazing.
Thanks, everybody. So, it has been some.
What I love about this community, I just want to say, is that we're sharing, we're asking for help, but we're also giving. You know, teachers are just giving, giving, giving. So amazing, and I love all of you. Even though I don't know all of you, I love all of you. So just saying, join our group if you are out there and you're struggling. Don't be alone. Don't struggle alone. Come struggle with us.
I'm posting it.
You did. You posted. You're so fast. That's awesome. But yeah, that's all.
Which was one of my tips in my Tabs webinar this week.
Your webinar. Is that with your premium membership?
It's with my premium membership, yeah.
Awesome.
So we tweak it.
If you want to be a part of, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead. You go ahead.
I was going to say, I just try to feel out what people are wanting to talk about each week. And I have 2 to 3 webinars, office hours, just opportunities to connect and chat. And so this week I did a tabs one on tabs, and I did one on Snagit, and these were member suggested. So I do take recommendations.
Awesome. So if you want to be a part of the membership, the premium membership, go to alicekeeler.com/membership. And that is how you can be a part of it. And I think it's worth it too. I think it's very worth it. I mean, I appreciate Alice.
She is so lovely. Like, I could just talk with her all day. She's really easy to talk to and super fun. So you got to hear what she had going on. She has 6 different schedules. So their school has an A schedule, a B schedule, a C schedule, a D schedule, an E schedule, and an F schedule. And then all rotates. So then if your Monday is A, your next Monday would be F. Is that right? So she was trying to get this schedule onto her calendar, which you can imagine just would be crazy, right? Except here's the rub. She's a specials teacher, so she has to have all the grade levels, and each grade level has a different schedule of these 6 schedules. So we worked together, and it was a really fun challenge as we were able to code it up so that it just like populated the whole calendar for the rest of the semester for all 6 schedules for all 4 grade levels. It was nuts.
That's amazing. That is so amazing.
And what you're coding is that the fist pumps are bigger when it doesn't work the first time. Irina, we really had to work through this, right? But it worked, and it felt so good. And we had it on 4 different calendars, and so they're all different colors. So to see all those colors on there like a rainbow was awesome. So,
yeah. And you've been coding. Have you been coding anything that you want to share?
I've been coding so many things. What do I want to share? You know, I've been adding some features. I've actually been adding premium features to the alicekeeler.com/multiple forms. So that will now allow you to send feedback. So when students fill out a Google form, you can give feedback and send it back to them. It puts the feedback into a Google Doc per student, or it will email the feedback to them. And then I've been doing some updates to alicekeeler.com/reusegc. I should put these down here. So alicekeeler.com/multiple forms has premium features to send feedback back to students. And we'll let that go through. Thinking about it. And then alicekeeler.com/reusegc will now modify assignment titles. So I was going through and trying to update my page where I share my code. So that is at alicekeeler.com. Everything is alicekeeler.com. It's easy to remember. So alicekeeler.com/script. When you go there is all my free add-ons. And so I was trying to update the page, and I saw that one of my free add-ons allowed you to modify it. So like you have a folder of student documents, and when you've graded some of them, you want them to know which ones are graded or not. And this was like so many years ago. I wish I could remember who gave me this tip. She says when she's grading student work, you know, Google Docs, she clicks in the upper left and changes the document title so it says graded at the front of the document. And I'm like, that's genius, because then you can tell looking at the list in Google Drive that it's graded because it just says it in the title. So I coded a long time ago to do that faster. That'll put the word graded on like a whole bunch of them. So now I have put that feature into the alicekeeler.com/reusegc that you can append the word graded or any word that you want to the front of the Google Classroom title. So not the student documents, although that's a different thing. But as you're looking in the stream, that students can see that it's graded, meaning I've already gone through this, you guys. So I know I've seen posting in the community like, how do I keep kids from turning in work? Well, we shouldn't want to discourage them from turning in work. Now, whether or not you have time to grade it, if I don't have time to grade it, I don't have time to grade it. But please turn your stuff in. But you know, putting a little notice up there that it's I've already looked at this stuff, so I'm probably not going to get to it if you turn it in. I'm sorry, there's just only so many hours in the day, so it's supposed to help you with that.
Right. I love this. Thank you for putting all of that out there. It's great. So definitely, and you can just go to alicekeeler.com and get all of these too if you don't have the exact
Yeah.
links. They're
If you
going to
go
be
to
there.
alicekeeler.com, I got a bunch of stuff up at the top that you can click on, including
So
the
cool. Thank you for sharing that. We are so we're close to the end of our time together. Is there anything that you wanted to share before we said goodbye?
Oh my gosh, you put me on the spot again. I might
That's what I do best.
tree next year, and I'm really excited about it. And I also might get to teach data science next year, so I'm excited about that also. But it's nothing's for sure until the schedules are set. But I talked with my principal today, and he was looking at what are some different options we can offer students next year. Oh, and I am going to be the esports coach.
Ooh, congratulations.
Solid. So
Yes, I love that.
so
That's great. Congratulations on that.
Tips for me.
Yeah, we have a lot of people, I think, in our community that are in esports. Well, I want to say one thing before we leave. So I watched the rover landing on Mars today with my son, and the guy that was like the spokesperson for NASA, or he was just talking a lot. I don't know what his name is, but he said after he was talking about before the rover landed, just how much work they put into it, but how many things could go wrong. It might not even happen. They have no idea because it's something they've never done before. So then, fast forward 10 minutes later, they're all cheering, they're jubilating, it's like this part of the mission was complete. It worked. It was amazing. And he said he was so happy for the team at NASA because they had come together using their brains, their resources, and their talents and their hearts and to problem solve and make this happen. And then he said, I don't think there's anything in our country that if we truly did all of that, we could also see some major things change and happen. And I'm not quoting him like perfectly. I'm just paraphrasing. But I just thought, what a great, I mean, for any school teacher for sure, but I mean, just for our country, it just made me feel really uplifted. I feel really good about things, even though there's still some bad things happening. I just feel hopeful for the first time. And I thought that would be a good way to end the day.
I agree. Well, thanks, Melody. Thanks for sharing that.
Yes. Yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. We love you, and we'll see you again soon. We might even have our coffee talk on Saturday, so maybe sooner than later. Bye.
Bye, guys.